Good afternoon, trainees. Today's lesson will be on emergency procedures, and that will be Unit 8. In this lesson, you will be able to identify an emergency, or what is an emergency, identify 5 emergency procedures. You also have to recognize the right order of these 5 procedures. In other words, how to report an emergency in a specific order, and also how to pronounce these 5 procedures correctly. The first exercise, in this image we see a car that has been turned upside down. There's still a passenger or driver inside the car, and this man is sitting next to the car and is on the phone calling someone. Right? Analyze the image and then answer the 4 questions about the picture. What is an emergency? This is the definition of an emergency, and then look at these 3 images. Each one talks about some kind of emergency. Match the words with the correct emergency. And emergency procedures, what are they? And remember this definition. Emergency procedures are a series of actions to be followed in a certain order in response to an emergency. Right? And this video will talk about, or it will look at, emergency procedures, the steps that need to be followed when there is an emergency. Exercise number 3, true or false. The questions or the statements will be about emergencies and emergency procedures. But before you answer, please understand the question or the statement first before you say true or false. For the audio exercise, listen and then arrange them in the correct order. For example, what will you do first? What will you do second? Which one will be number 3rd, 4th, and then number 5th, and then number 5. So put them in the correct order as you would when you report an emergency. What should I do? You're going to look at each picture or try to have an idea of what is happening in each picture, and then one partner maybe, or one student will ask, what should I do? And then another trainee will say, you should call blah 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 blah. What kind of emergency services will you call for each picture? And then the last exercise, number 5, you have to rearrange or unmix the words to create a meaningful sentence. Alright? Put the words in order so that they create a sentence that makes sense. And for your independent learning, these questions will be about emergencies and emergency procedures. And then the last slide, a few questions, general knowledge questions about emergencies.